Let's bring in Paul Melly, who's a consulting fellow for the Africa programme at Chatham House in the UK, and he joins me now from London. Great to have you on the programme. We've just heard from my colleague Adeshwa outlining some of the main issues there in Mali, but from your perspective, why is there so much instability in the country right now?
Well, of course, there's a long-running security crisis, really, since 2011, 2012. The north of Mali has seen ongoing conflict between jihadist militants and both Malian and international security forces. Then in the center of the country, you've got intercommunal tensions and a lot of violence going on there. And now in Bamako, there's been an upsurge in frustration, really sparked by that court decision that was mentioned that changed the election results in the government's favor, but which has deeper roots. People have become very frustrated with corruption. They've become disillusioned with President Keita's capacity to really lead Mali forward in tackling all these bigger crises. And that's why the opposition are pressing so firmly, demanding repeatedly that he has to go. But West Africa is a region broadly of constitutional democratic countries. You know, there may be flaws in the democratic systems, but the political systems are broadly democratic. And so governments across the region are reluctant to set any precedent by forcing out President Keita because he was democratically elected to a second term in 2018. That's where the sticking point is. And it's very hard to see an easy solution to this. And
also very hard to see him actually stepping down, even though 5 leaders, regional leaders, were all in Mali last week. And now there's another virtual summit. What do you expect to come out of this ECOWAS online summit?
Well, I think it's unlikely that the summit itself today will settle the issue because, of course, it is, as you say, virtual. It's not taking place in Bamako, and it isn't really a process of negotiation with the Malian parties in the crisis. But I think what the summit is designed to show is to send a message, particularly to the Malian opposition, that all the governments in West Africa, all the leaders in West Africa, not just the 5 who made the trip to Bamako yesterday, but the other 9 besides Mali, of course, who didn't travel to Bamako, are also united in this stance that constitutional rules must be obeyed. But the only principle that they're setting out so strongly is that President Keita should not be forced to quit. So quite a lot of other stuff is up for negotiation over the shape of a transition, the shape of a union government, how those election results could be reviewed, how the Constitutional Court could be re-nominated with a set of judges who could be trusted to make a purely objective assessment of the election decisions, where there are 31 constituencies where the results are disputed. So there's quite a lot that could be discussed, but it's unlikely that today's meeting is going to produce a settlement. It's really about setting up ECOWAS to provide a united front of pressure, if you like, against the parties in Mali to get them to negotiate and compromise. Ultimately, the solution is going to have to be found in Bamako among the various political leaders, and of course, including that very influential cleric, the Imam Mahmoud Dicko, as well.
Okay. Paul Melly, we really appreciate you breaking down the situation there in Mali for us. Thank you so much for your time.